Hey there again, this is Brenda Boggs. Welcome back to my channel. So here is the story of how I sold my car today. As you know, on March the 18th, 2020, Americans were amidst the great coronavirus outbreak. And everybody's afraid and they're at home and they're all obeying the rules pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with with everything that's going on, that people are actually staying home and truly socially distancing themselves. Usually I feel like if there's like anything, people are, people want to, kind of like laugh in the face of danger. Ha ha ha. Well, coronavirus has like seriously got people afraid and nobody's doing anything. So at our dealership today, this should be a pretty big month for us, and yet we are not selling hardly any cars. Now Saturday we did pretty good, but we're really getting into like everything has been canceled in our area. Sports, restaurants aren't allowing people inside. They're only doing drive-through. Excuse me. And it's just kind of a crazy time. So the dealership has also been affected, and there's really just no one in the lot. And I was doing cold calls a few days ago, and I called a customer and I said, hey, see that you have a 2015 Camry. Have you considered, this is a long line, have you considered trading? And they were like, no, that vehicle belongs to our mom and dad, and we're thinking about selling the vehicle. And I said, well, we could probably, you could probably sell it to the dealership. And they were like, oh, okay. And they didn't say anything else about it. Well, I get a message this morning. I hadn't come to work yet. And they're like, hey, Brenda, so-and-so left their keys. They want to do an appraisal. They want to sell us the vehicle. Well, then I found out that I actually get paid if that happens. I get $100. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to make this happen, because even if I'm not selling cars, which I want to be selling cars, but I mean, if I'm not selling cars, I at least want to make $100 off of this. I was like, fantastic. And so that happened. I started working on how do I work the process. And, my sales manager gave me part of the information, and then the finance person gave me part of the information, and then I sent the customers home and told them, I'm going to sit on hold and get this information for you. You go get this information. And it was just going very, very slowly. And the whole experience felt like a little silver ball in a pinball machine, because nobody wanted to help me, I felt like, it's not to any benefit, it's not financially beneficial to anybody who's having to help me figure out how to do this. And so I kind of fought it for a while, and they were like, well, try to get them to trade the vehicle in. Well, they didn't want to trade the vehicle in because the money didn't belong to them. It was somebody else's money. It's the parents' money. So we didn't do that. But they did tell me that in about 6 months that they were wanting to go ahead and buy another vehicle, because this guy drives for Uber. And I was like, yeah, well, in 6 months I'll be able to help you. I said, well, I'll just go ahead and show you some vehicles today since you're here. And so I worked through the entire process. These people got here at 9:30 this morning, dropped the vehicle off. I think that they came back at probably 10:30 or maybe 11. I have been working this deal all day long, getting that information so that we could buy the vehicle from them. And then I got him on a hybrid, realized that he wanted to be very similar to the payments he was on, and there's not really a lot of incentives for hybrids. So I told him, probably gonna need to switch off of a hybrid to a gas powered one if hybrid really doesn't matter that much to you. And it really didn't matter that much to him. So we went ahead and got that switched over, I showed him a second vehicle. He loved it. And we went in and we made the money. We made the deal, guys. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of perseverance, and sometimes people mean well. Your coworkers, managers, or at least you think they mean well. Sometimes if you just gotta do what is the right thing for you to do. Dropping those customers because I could go stand out in the parking lot and wait for some coronavirus people to come into the dealership wasn't the best deal for me today. My coworkers are all standing there waiting for something. And I think, what's the old saying? One bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, or something like that. I had those customers. I knew that they could potentially be a buyer. And guess what? They did. They bought. And this line is going really fast. So you guys take care, and I'll talk to you.
Thank you for choosing Starbucks. My name is Emma.